Hello everyone, my name is Babz and that's Benny, and this lymph flow yoga practice is for pregnancy. If you are experiencing low back pain or discomfort or tension in the body, this is a good one. I myself am 25 weeks pregnant and my body's changing every day and I'm feeling some tweaks and things going on, so this is a simple routine that you can follow to help you feel better. So get something comfy and come meet us on your mat. So we can start in a seated position. You can do this practice in a chair or on the earth, but if you'd like to come up and sit up on a blanket or a bolster just to get your hips a little bit higher, then we'll just place our hands into our lap. And then we'll just let all the air out, so letting it release. And then inhale through the nose. Open your mouth, let it go. A few more cleansing and clearing breaths like that. If you'd like, you can add your arms into it. So as you inhale, we're gonna lift our arms, palms facing up. Then as you exhale, like a wave washing over you, breathing in. Exhale, breath in. Let it go. Once more together, breathe in and release. And then we'll encourage some activation in our lymphatic system. So we'll cross our hands at our chest, avoiding a port or anything that's any medical device that's near your chest, and we'll start to create some nice circles here. You can also do this just one hand at a time. And you're just getting a little skin stretch, a little pumping by the collarbones. This is where all that lymph fluid re-enters into the bloodstream. And then we'll slide our hands up to the sides of the neck and then gently stretching down to the collarbones. Just nice, slow breaths. We'll come to the shoulders, stretching the skin of the shoulders as the elbows come up and down. Just getting a nice gentle touch, and then we'll come to the armpit. We'll pump towards the chest. You okay? Then you can start to move your shoulder. Okay. And then we'll come to the other side. What do you need? You want this? And then we'll come to the inner elbow. Nice circles at the inner elbow as you bend and extend. Targeting the lymph nodes here in the inner elbow, and then we'll come to the other side. It's about 5 pumps in each area. And then we'll come to the lower rib cage, nice circles here. And then coming to the lower belly. My belly is growing each week. I'm now almost 25 weeks pregnant, so it's getting bigger. And then we'll open up our legs and come to the hip bones, massaging here in our pelvic nodes. And then we'll come underneath the knees, and you can just pump behind the knees. And then back to the belly. We'll take 3 breaths here. So as you inhale, feel the belly expand. And then as you exhale, you're thinking about kind of pulling everything in and then zippering up from the bottom all the way up. So as you inhale, everything expands, that pelvic floor relaxes. And then as you exhale, the diaphragm comes up and in, everything zips on up. One more breath here. And then we'll come to the chest one more time. And then soften the hands by your side, sit up nice and tall. And we'll draw the chin towards the chest and make just a slow neck circle, just loosening up through the neck. And then reversing the circle. And then we'll come onto all fours, but if you're in the chair, you can stay seated in the chair. But if you'd like to come on all fours with me, spread the fingers wide, tuck the toes under, and then we're just gonna shift forward and back. You can let the head just relax, maybe shake it no, shake it yes. Feel the low belly pull in towards the spine on the exhale, and just get a little rocking, little soothing motion here. If this is uncomfortable on the wrists, you can always come up onto the fists or down onto the forearms. You can always pad the knees if you'd like to too, but just shifting forward and back. And then coming back to a neutral spine, we're gonna look over our left shoulder, and as we do this, we're gonna bring our left hip towards the left shoulder, so getting a little crunch on that left side and finding the length on the right. And then coming back to center, and then we're gonna look over the right shoulder. That right hip comes towards that right shoulder. And a few more times, so you can think about this as just kind of wagging the tail side to side. Just lengthening through the side body. And then back to neutral. We'll take cat and cow. So inhale, drop the belly, gaze forward. And then exhale, tuck the chin round through the spine. Take a look down at the knees as you pull the belly towards the spine. Breathing in, coming forward. Gaze can come forward. Exhale, coming in. If this is uncomfortable for the wrists, you can always do it seated, just pulling the chest forward, and then exhale, rounding. This is what you can do in the chair too. Let's take a few more rounds to yourself, just moving the energy through your body. And then bringing those hands forward a couple of inches, we're going to take some big circles, big abdominal circles. So bringing the hips back towards the heels, up towards the wrists, a big circle. And letting the head just melt into this movement. If you're in the chair, just widen the legs, and then you can take a nice big circle. And then reverse when you're ready. And close your eyes, just notice how this feels through your body. Just respecting your body, allowing it to feel good. And then we'll come off of the wrists onto the shins, onto the knees. So you might want to pad the knees. And then we're going to roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Find stability in the legs and the core as you sit up nice and tall. And we can swim the arms here, just getting nice and full motion through the body. And then we can bring our hands down in front of us, and we'll bring our right leg out to the right, or we can or whatever leg you want to start with. If we want to mirror, maybe you can do the left. The toes are pointed out to the side. And then you're just gonna walk forward. You can use blocks if you have blocks. And you're just gonna create a little circular movement here. If you don't have blocks, you can also just come up to a kneeling position, just getting a little bit of movement in that hip. And then releasing it down, take the other leg, toes go out to the side, so that leg is nice and open. Then again, finding some nice circles here. Again, you can come up, find a little circular movement here, just into the hips. Good. Breathing. And then returning back to center. Bring the hands down to the earth. Then walk the hands forward into our puppy pose, big shoulder opener. You can bring the block underneath the face if you have one, or the forehead can come down to the earth. But the hips stay lifted and the arms just stretch forward. Feeling a stretch through the shoulder blades, just breathing here. And then rising all the way back up. We'll open up our legs wide, big toes come together, and we'll sink into a child's pose. So walking the arms forward, that block can go underneath the face if that feels good. Just rest the head down to the earth. And then you can find a little wiggle here, side to side, if that feels good. Into the hips. Maybe a little massage for the third eye, your forehead. And then from here, we're gonna lift the heart and the chest up and walk our hands over to the left. And then gently fall back to the earth. So it's a big stretch all the way down the right side of the body. Creating space for the rib cage, getting a little bit more lung expansion. Taking a few breaths here. And then returning to center. If this is uncomfortable on your knees, you can always bring a pillow between the bottom and your heels to give you a little bit more space in that knee. But then we'll walk our hands over towards the right side. So make sure that this feels good and productive, but no pinching or any nerve pain, just a stretch and a release. We'll take 2 more breaths here. And then coming back to center just for a few breaths, just to reset. And then we'll slowly come all the way into a seated position again. Arms come behind you. It's okay. And then we'll start to just windshield wiper the legs side to side, and the gaze can come to one side and then the other. And then the next time the legs fall to the left side, you're gonna sit on up. So now the legs are both out into an angle. We'll inhale, reach the arms up, and then a gentle twist towards that left leg. We're just breathing here. Take a slow breath in and a slow breath out. And then unwinding, we'll extend that right leg, keep the left leg where it is. So the left foot is in that inner right thigh. Press the left thigh down with the left hand. Then we're gonna glide the right hand down and back up the leg. So just a gentle pulsing here, opening up into that left hip. And then when you feel ready, you can start to just melt into that right leg. Maybe the left arm comes up and over. Big stretch here for that left side body, the left hip. Flex those right toes. Breathing here. And then coming all the way back up, let's bring our hands behind us. Bend through the knees once more. We're gonna windshield wiper side to side. And then the next time the knees fall to that right side, we're gonna sit on up. Get your bearings here for a moment. You're just sitting up nice and tall, and then you're twisting towards the right side. And then just breathing here. Softening through the face and the jaw. And then we'll extend the left leg long. Right foot comes into the inner left thigh. Right hand gently guides that right hip down. Left hand slides on the left leg and then comes back up. So a little bit of gentle gliding here. Keeping it nice and easy in your body. Nice and soft in your heart. And then when you're ready, you can lift the right arm up and over. Big stretch here for the right side body. Keep that right thigh down. Option to gaze up at the sky or down at the earth. Notice what feels better in the neck. And then unwinding, coming all the way back up. We'll place our feet onto the earth now. Hands to the shins. And then we're gonna inhale, bring our chest between the legs, and then exhale round. So getting into that pelvic tilt like we did in cat and cow, just opening through our heart space, opening through the hips. Just breathing. And then soles of the feet come together. They can be further away from the bottom, and then hands onto the legs. We'll just flap the wings, just allowing any tension to melt here in the legs. Just getting a little bit of motion in the legs, just letting the shoulders relax into this. And then we'll come to stillness, take a breath in, and then maybe walk your hands down to the feet. Placing the thumbs and the soles of the feet as you peel the feet open. Maybe you give yourself a little massage here, maybe scrunching through the toes. Lengthening on the inhale, maybe getting a little bit deeper down towards the earth on the exhale. You can keep that little subtle sway side to side if that feels good. And then we'll start to just give a little massage up the leg, giving a little squeeze for the calf, getting that blood and lymph flowing, and then up to the thigh. And then we'll come to the outsides of the knees, bring the legs together, and you can just allow your chin and chest to melt towards the legs, just stretching through the mid-spine. Allowing a sense of security and safety in the body. Knowing that your body is working with you, not against you. That your body wants to heal, wants to feel better.
And our mind can be a supportive friend to the body to help it along the way. And then lifting the head and the chest up, we'll re-bend the legs, coming back into that seated position. Planting the hands down by your side, sitting up nice and tall. We'll inhale, reach the left arm up. Exhale, side body bend. Opening here, maybe notice if you can reach a little bit longer here now after that hip opening. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, both arms lift up. Interlace the hands, flip the palms, reach, reach, reach. Find length through the side waist. Rib cage coming up. And then drop the left arm down. Gentle side body bend. Letting both hips stay level to the earth. Inhale, reaching both arms up. Interlace this time, bring that interlace forward towards one another. Round through the spine, really opening up the back of the heart, getting that to open and expand, spread love. And then inhale, reach the arms all the way up, open the arms, and then we'll draw our hands down to the earth, bend the elbows, and then we'll just lean forward gently. Gentle stretch for the back. And then guiding yourself all the way back up into a nice tall position. We'll drop the shoulders. And then finding a few moments of stillness to end our practice together. You can place your hand one at the heart, one at the belly. Or maybe give yourself a little cradle embrace. Just acknowledging this beautiful body that you're in, this healing body. Letting your mind soften into the experience of healing. Letting your breath be this catalyst for this healing. And then soften the hands into the lap. Growing tall through the spine, opening up through the chest with the palms facing up. Just allowing energy of the universe coming into you. Allowing you to feel supported and guided. Feeling grounded into the earth with your hips. Feeling expansion and opening through the top of the head. Take a slow breath in. Let it wash over you with the exhale. Slow breath in. Cleanse and release, let it go. One more time, slow breath in. Let it go. And then we'll inhale, reach our arms up towards the sky together. Stretch up. Gaze can come up, and then hands return to heart center. Allow those thumbs to connect to the heart space. Give yourself a little gentle massage here at the heart. And then we can bow to one another to share our gratitude for one another. Thank you so much for being here and sharing your energy with me, and I will see you soon.